Hello, everybody. This is Matt and
Nicole.
another edition of Beers and Beards with Matt. Unfortunately, I've been spacing out these beer reviews too
Few
not
and
too,
far
too
between.
few and far between. But it's been really busy. It's been a super busy month of June and even July. Update. I don't know if many of you know or not, but Nicole and I are now engaged.
Woo!
So I put a ring on it, and that was June 17th. Right? June 17th was
June 17th.
the day that I popped the question, and she luckily said yes.
Yay!
And we're now engaged. So that's the big news, the really big news. And then
Exciting.
last week we were away in New York and in the Boston area. So we were in New Jersey and New York and Connecticut and Massachusetts. And
all over the Northeast.
all over the Northeast, all over the New England area. And that brings us to the beer review today. And I'm doing this beer review for two reasons. One, because I haven't done one in a while. And two, because I seem to get the best response to my videos when Nicole's guest starring in it. I don't know. I thought my magnetic personality was enough for people, but apparently not. You need a girl to drink a beer too. So, without further ado, let's get to the beer. Now, this is from Massachusetts. And it was kind of interesting when I saw it because the artwork on it is incredibly odd and just kind of whimsical, right?
Very.
And this is from a brewery called Pretty Things in Massachusetts. And as you can see, I'll kind of hold it up. It's that's supposed to be a mournful malted barley seed who's very sad. His name is Jack DÓr, and he's standing in a what is that?
A bathtub?
A bathtub, and he has a red ribbon that says yes.
He's the chosen malt.
He's the chosen malt, I guess. He's the mournful chosen malt. So, and this is a Saison, American Saison, so it's a farmhouse ale. And Nicole hasn't really had too many Saisons. I, on the other hand, have had quite a few. They're very light, they're very zesty, they're very summery. And we're in the middle of summer. So I figured we should have a nice summer ale to not only be getting back on track doing beer reviews, but also to kind of celebrate our engagement. 3.5 years we've been together, and it's been a great 3.5 years, and here's to many more years with you, Nicole.
Yeah.
You won't see me kissing many people on camera.
I hope not.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, hopefully this will be an enjoyable beer. It's got a nice smell to it already, and it has definitely some, what do you call it, sediment at the bottom. So it's got a nice kind of like orange juice type of sensibility to it. Very extremely cloudy. You see all that sediment. It's just kind of like, and it's almost like a beer with like a lot of layers and almost like oil slick of something going on in there. So. It smells good. It's got that kind of skunky farmhouse smell to it, though. It's kind of like made outdoors and kind of just rustic smelling. But I kind of like that. And it's got some nice citrus notes to it. You know, it smells like a nice Belgian Saison, even though it's American Saison. So,
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers to our life together. Oh, that was a bad one.
There you go. That was better. Cheers to our
new life together.
Our new life together. Started our first beer together as an engaged
couple.
So. Cheers to everybody out there.
Not too bad.
Pretty bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter, but it's got that like kind of like nice
but
soft.
Not too bitter.
Yeah,
not
bitter, but not
like
too bitter.
Bitter to your face, like.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting for a Saison. It's got that funky farmhouse taste to it, but it's still pretty refreshing.
What is the definition of a Saison? Like, what does that, like...
It's a style.
What are the characteristics of a Saison?
Characteristics of a Saison is like a unfiltered kind of beer. It's made kind of like in the tradition of an outdoorsy type of beer where it's very rustic tasting, it's very outdoorsy tasting, it's also very refreshing. So, and this one is a 6.4% alcohol, so the alcohol isn't too high on it.
So it definitely does have all those characteristics that you mentioned. I like it. It's pretty good.
It's not bad. I like on the back you get that kind of like get a nice orange in the back, and get this nice hoppy sensation, bitterness in the back, but it's not too overwhelming. But it's refreshing. This is a beer that can definitely refresh
Yeah,
even the
I could
hardiest
definitely drink
of
it on a
appetites.
nice summer day.
Mm-hmm. Served cold, of course.
It's refreshing but complex at the same time.
It's got a lot going on in it.
Yeah.
It definitely has a lot going on in this beer, but it's good. I mean, I do enjoy it, and it's even. I mean, I like it because I've never heard of this brewery before, and it's I brought one of three types of this beer back with me from Massachusetts. This is one of them. I got a Saison, a quadruple, and I forgot the other one.
From the Pretty Things?
From Pretty Things,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And all the artwork is cool. I really like the artwork
It
a lot.
says they draw their own.
They draw their own artwork and they brew their own. It's a very small.
Dan and Martha.
Who is it?
We are Dan and Martha. We draw our own labels and have fun making our beer. Our company is tiny and creative. Thanks for supporting it.
So.
No problem, Dan and Martha. We appreciate your
more than happy to support
small craftiness.
Small craft beardness. But yeah, it's interesting. I like the beer. I like how even on the label here it tells you when it was bottled. This is February 2011. So about 5 months ago.
The 22nd batch.
In the 22nd batch that they brewed, I assume in February. So, or either batch 22 of this specific beer. I'm not really sure. So, it's cool that it has that information on it. It's got like a personal touch to it.
The more I drink it, though, I think I probably could only have one glass.
You're about good for one glass any beer, though.
It's strong.
It's hearty. It's a hearty beer. Outdoorsy type of beer, but it's a farmhouse Saison. It's made for like a heartier appetite. Like it's just something that's, I don't know, makes you feel good.
For a hearty stock.
For a hearty stock, exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, we can enjoy the rest of this off screen. Well, I'll enjoy it. Maybe you won't. I don't know.
No, I like it.
It's good for you? Nicole's very particular about her beer.
I am.
It has to be very, I don't know. What does it have to be?
Has to be light, and it has to be not too bitter. This is not too bitter. I think this is as bitter as I could take. Not too hoppy. I like, what do I like? I like the...
Sorry.
Whoa. I like the wit beers.
Wit beers. A Saison and a wit are kind of...
On the same
They're
level.
Similar. You know, they're pretty similar.
Generally, I like mine a little more clear.
Yeah, this is very unfiltered. This is like bottle conditioned. It's Saisons, as you know, many people know. No, it's an unfiltered beer. It's something that's just rustically made, and it's like here's your beer, and it continues to ferment in the bottle, and you know it develops. It's a continuously developing beer.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't drink this. No, I don't know if I would save it for a year and then drink it, but you know, you can keep it for a few months and the taste will develop and it turns into maybe a little bit of a different beer.
I do like it though. It's
So
very refreshing for a hot summer day.
Yeah. All right. So verdict on this, as a whole, what would you say about this beer? Even though you've said it, but I mean, give me whether you like it or not, and one reason why you especially like it.
I like it. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I do like it. It's different than what I normally drink. I think.
You become more adventurous.
Yeah, a little more on the.
Cutting edge?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. A little less conservative.
He's breaking out today.
Breaking out, but it's refreshing and it's still light, but has a lot of different levels.
It's got a lot going for it. It's got a lot of different.
Very tasty.
Yeah, I'll also give this a thumbs up. It definitely has that skunky taste to it. So if you're not a big Saison person, you will get that on the back end. It's kind of like a outdoorsy farmhouse
but
type
I think maybe
taste to
this would be a good starter Saison. Would you agree?
Nah, probably not. I think it's a little more. I think it's got a little more complexity to it.
If I could drink it, then other people could.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you like Saisons or you like light beers, even a wit beer, you know, take this to the next level and try Saison beers if you like wit beers. It's a little more complex. It has a little more bitterness to it, a little more maltiness to it. So it has a nice kind of orange, coriander, lemongrass type of taste to it also. But it's definitely funky tasting if you never had a Saison before. So, with that said, we both enjoyed the beer, It was fun to drink it and talk about it, and it's even more fun that Nicole liked the beer because she doesn't always like. I don't know. It's because most of the time when we do reviews, you like the beer and I sometimes don't.
Yeah.
We have a good, we don't have a huge track record of doing beer reviews together, but and she's still drinking as I talk, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Beers and Beers with Matt and Nicole. And hopefully we'll be doing more of these more often if I can convince her to enjoy more beers that she may like. 'Cause I got a lot of weird ones.
Got a lot coming up.
I got a lot coming up. There's a lot of beers that I brought back from Massachusetts and from New York, and it would be fun because it would be stuff I've never had before, and I don't think a lot of people have maybe had it before outside of that area because I don't think they really distribute that much. So.
Well, if you're in that area, make sure you comment and tell us what you think.
Yes, if you're from the New England area or the New York or Jersey area.
And have had these particular beers and different breweries that we're unfamiliar with, let us know what you think and what you've tried.
Exactly. So that's about it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and do a little comment and all that stuff, and we're out of here. So.
Okay.
See you later, folks, and see you next time.